Hello and welcome to our cricket happenings, dear friends and subscribers. It's going to be a short cricket show today. We are going to, as far as today's cricket show goes, it's going to be the T20 match which is coming up. It's a solitary T20 which will also bring an end to the South African tour of Sri Lanka. So it's a solitary T20 which is going to be played. So it's going to be something different from the ODIs, as we all know. As you know, T20s are the ones which are really gaining ascendance as far as cricket is concerned, with everybody, players, a lot of players even retiring to actually concentrate on T20 and not play any other forms of cricket. So, and South Africa and Sri Lanka, as I said, it will be a culmination of the South African tour of Sri Lanka. Now, South Africa, having won the ODI series, would definitely find themselves in a good position. And let's have a look at the team. But Sri Lanka, as you know, have come back very hard in the ODI series to salvage the series by winning 2 matches. So definitely even Stevens right now. And this T20 is something which is going to be entirely different. So let's have a look at the composition of the South African squad. So Quinton de Kock is a definite T20 specialist, and Reza Hendricks will open the innings. So Reza Hendricks is coming on some form, but later one has seen that after hitting that century on debut, he has petered out, like Sri Lanka probably having spotted the follies in his batting. Aidan Markram has continued to struggle. In fact, he changed his approach in the final ODI, where he decided to really play a bit aggressively, but it was all, once the spinners came on, it was all over for Aidan Markram, who could not pick up the googly. Klaasen, unfortunately, I have to say, after looking at the early promise that he showed when India toured South Africa, he has not really been living up to his billing. Duminy, well, he's the one who's captaining, so it's a new captain for South Africa. JP Duminy is the new captain of the South African team, so he's captaining South Africa. So he's the T20 specialist captain for South Africa now. And then David Miller, well, everyone knows about David Miller, what a big finisher he is. And then Wyan Mulder, the all-rounder, a spade of all-rounders, Wyan Mulder, Andil Philip-Wayo, Junior Dala, Lungi Gidi. There's no Kagiso Rabada in the mix. So Lungi Gidi and Junior Dala would be expected to deliver the goods, and then Tabrai Shamsi, who could be a sort of a very, very useful inclusion. Now, let's have a look at the Sri Lankan squad. As far as Sri Lanka are concerned, well, they have, I think Sri Lanka are also, they see the return of Dinesh Chandimal into the squad. So that will be very welcome for Sri Lanka, because he's a very good strike player. So Kushal Mendis and Kushal Pereira will open the innings. So they are, as you know, Kushal Pereira is someone who is very tailor-made for this T20 cricket, because he likes to get on with the game. And Kushal Mendis too has not been in some good form. So it will be interesting to see with Kushal Mendis opening with Kushal Pereira as to how many runs he can get under his belt. Upal Taranga is the most of a stabilizing force, but in T20 you don't have time to settle. But Upal Taranga can still play strokes as well. And Chandimal coming into the team really strengthens it, with Angelo Matthews, the captain, looking in good nick. And then the all-rounders, which would be direly needed in T20 cricket. And one has to say that Sri Lanka have 2 powerful all-rounders in the form of Trisha Pereira and Dasun Shanaka. And then the left-arm pace bowler Isru Udhana is once again back. Akila Dhananjaya, always a big threat to the South Africans with his, as you know, the other day with the pitch aiding spin, most of the South African batsmen could not pick up the googly. Lakshan Sandakan, another sort of adding variety to the mix, and he would also be someone who would be difficult to deal with. But one has seen that Lakshan Sandakan is someone on whom South Africa have definitely got some ascendancy now. And then Kasun Rajita, another good T20 bowler. Now, the match is going to be played at Ketarama, and there will always be some turn. So if there's going to be turn in the Ketarama, I think South Africans will have to really be a bit cautious about what strokes to play when the spinners, especially Akila Dhananjaya's 4 overs, would be very crucial according to me. And so that is as far as as far as this T20. As I said, this will also bring an end, and it will be interesting to see as to how this particular game pans out, the final game of the South African tour of Sri Lanka. Now let's get on to the Caribbean Premier League. We are talking about the match that was played yesterday between the Guyana Amazon Warriors and Barbados Tridents. Barbados Tridents were the ones who actually batted first, and one saw a scintillating innings from Shai Hope. They lost Dwayne Smith and Martin Guptill for 6 and 0 respectively, but Shai Hope came up with a scintillating innings of 88 of just 45 deliveries, and which included 6 fours and 6 sixes. So you could just imagine the way Shai Hope played. And Shai Hope, as I said, has not been in any good form of late, but yesterday he wielded the willow like a real axe as he really thrust, played a sort of an innings which was full of thrust, 88 of just 45 deliveries, which included 6 fours and 6 sixes. So that was as far as Shai Hope was concerned. Stephen Smith, for the first time playing in a Caribbean Premier League, did a good job in making 41 of 37, which included 6 fours as well. Nicholas Pooran played a sort of a hard-hit knock towards the end, making an unbeaten 45 of 27 deliveries, which included 2 fours and 3 sixes. Hold on, out of 3, 185 for 4 was what Barbados Tridents put up on the board. The bowling, Sohail Tanveer 1 for 40. Green was impressive, 1 for 24. 1 for Imran Tahir, none for 47 for Ryan Emmerich, and Kimo Paul 4 overs no maiden, 1 for 49. Now Guyana Amazon Warriors were given a target of 186 runs to win the match, but the match was won by the Barbados Tridents. Now the Barbados Tridents bowler Raymond Reefer was simply brilliant. He bowled 4 overs no maiden, 20 runs and 5 wickets. 1 for 34 for Ashley Nurse, 1 for 29 Wahab Riaz, Holder 1 for 41, Mohammad Irfan 4 overs no maiden, none for 24. If we look at the card from the Guyana Amazon Warriors, Walton was dismissed very early, 6 of 8 balls, LBW bowled Holder. Luke Ronke could make only 10 of 11 with 1 for falling a victim to Reefer, who was the best bowler today. Solomon Hetmir was a victim of Reefer as well, 22 of 9 balls, 2 for 2 sixes. Malik made 38 of 30. Shane Rutherford was the one who collected the highest score of 48 of 46, 4 fours and 2 sixes, but definitely Reefer was the difference, and he was the man of the match as well. Green 12, and I think Shai Hope was the man of the match. I'm going to look into that. And if you look at the man of the match, well, Raymond Reefer was given the player of the match, and rightly so. Well, dear fans, subscribers, as I said, it's a very short cricket show today. Not much to really dwell on. Hope you like this broadcast, and we'll see you all tomorrow with a T20 report on the final game of the South African tour of Sri Lanka.